My childhood sweetheart I haven't seen in ages, fair skin, pretty face, long legs. In the dead of night I got a message from Safia. Asleep yet? Not yet. What's up, buddy? Where are you right now? Give me your address. I'll come find you. 1 in the morning. My phone suddenly buzzed once I opened it to check. Holy crap, Safia, who I haven't seen in years, suddenly appeared out of nowhere. I remembered the last time I messaged her, it was still from 3 years ago. I sent, "You there?" And then a bright red exclamation mark popped up. It left a huge impression on me. That was the 17th time I'd been blacklisted. I double-checked once more. The display name was Safia. No doubt about it, but her profile picture was no longer the cartoon drawing from our school days, but changed to a photo of a beauty, delicate, sharp features, looking just like a celebrity. But it seemed so familiar somehow. I patted my head after carefully recognizing it. I finally remembered this must be herself. I looking at the words "asleep yet" in the chat box. My fingers hovered over the screen for a long time. A million thoughts flashed through my mind. Why'd she suddenly appear like this? It's already 1 in the morning. Could her account be hacked? Or did something happen? Even though I was still grumbling inside, in the end, I typed a reply trying to seem calm, even throwing in a bit of teasing like old times. Almost an instant reply. Sorry to bother you. Is it okay to call right now? I was a bit stunned. My heart started racing for no reason. I quickly typed back, sure enough to keep you in my heart. Almost right as I sent the 2 words sure though, the phone rang urgently. Safia's name appeared on the screen. I hurriedly answered. From the phone came the sobbing cries of a woman. My heart tightened. Could something really have happened? I quickly asked, Ning, what's wrong with you? What happened? My family's gone bankrupt. I was stunned for a moment. I didn't know how to respond. In my memory, Safia's family was pretty well off. They had a black Mercedes. Back in high school, every time we met up she always used the latest phone model and insisted on paying. Who would have thought now? I quickly snapped back, bankrupt. When did this happen? Safia sobbed as she said, just this morning. My parents have been missing all day. They didn't come home tonight either. I just got a call from the court saying they've been temporarily taken for investigation assistance. It seems pretty serious. My brows furrowed tightly. Ning, don't panic. Did the court say anything specific about the situation? The court staff said my parents are suspected of financial fraud. They scammed a lot of investors. It was those investors who sued them. On the other end, Safia's suppressed cries were full of despair, carrying the late uncertainty of having nowhere to turn. I vaguely heard Safia mention her dad in the Jiangnan region had invested in a few small businesses, none on a large scale. Who would have expected after just a few years apart? Now they're involved in financial fraud. They never told me anything. I don't know a thing. Suddenly a group of people showed up at home. They sealed it with orders. All my cards are frozen. It happened so suddenly I feel like the sky is falling down. What am I supposed to do now? Right now, I really don't know who else to turn to. You're my best friend. You have to help me. I comforted her. Ning, don't worry. We grew up together. Your problems are my problems. Now that I know, I'll definitely help. Thanks. Ethan White, will talk specifics when we meet. Safia's tone was urgent. It's so late, and I'm bothering your rest. I'm really sorry. I continued to advise. What's there to apologize for? Don't rush. Tomorrow morning I'll come find you. Then we can discuss a plan. No. Where are you now? Give me the address. I'm coming to you. On the other end, Safia's voice carried a sense of urgency. I'd blurted out the address of my apartment. Okay. I'll be there in about half an hour. Her voice still had hitches from sobbing, but she seemed a bit more stable after hanging up. I sat on the edge of the bed, my mind still a bit dizzy. Safia wants to come find me. It's 1:30 in the morning now. I looked around my small bachelor apartment with a few clothes still on the sofa that I hadn't tidied up yet. But I jumped up, quickly, hurriedly tidied up a bit, at least to make the living room look presentable. The weird feeling in my heart grew stronger. Her family just had a major crisis. Parents out of contact, assets frozen, house sealed. Does she even have money on her right now? How's she getting here? Catching a ride at this hour? Plus, even though we were super close before from sophomore year of college, we drifted apart, especially 3 years ago when I messaged her and got no reply in the end. She even blocked me. This whole thing of her showing up in the middle of the night, it really seems a bit off. I shook my head trying to brush off those random guesses. Maybe she's just too scared with no other options left, so she thought of me wanting some comfort and help. After all, when people are at their most vulnerable, they'll cling to any lifeline. Yeah. That must be it. Half an hour later there was a knock at the door. I took a deep breath and opened it. A pair of endlessly long legs caught my eye. First, the person at the door was indeed Safia, the naive girl who always tied her hair in a ponytail, always in uniform, and my memories seemed completely reshaped and changed by time. Before me now was a tall young woman wearing a simple fitted black dress accentuating her perfect curves, her long slightly wavy hair messily draped over her shoulders. On her face, still lingering, was the fatigue from a long trip and tear streaks not yet dry. Her eyes rimmed red, but even so, it couldn't hide her stunning beauty. Who knows which guy this buddy of mine will end up benefiting in the future. All I can say is her future husband is one lucky bastard. I spoke up. Long time no see, then quickly stepped aside to let her in. Safia slightly moved her lips. Is there anyone else home? No one else, I live alone. She hesitated a moment, then took off her shoes and stepped into my apartment. I closed the door, shutting out the quiet of the late night hallway. Have a seat. Drink some water. I went to the water purifier, poured her a glass of warm water. Sophia Ning took the glass, curiously looked around. Ethan White, why are you all alone? Where's your girlfriend? Doesn't she live with you? I gave a bitter smile, poured myself a glass too. Where would I get a girlfriend from? Still single here. Sophia Ning held the glass, took a small sip, then looked at me. I thought you were still with that college girlfriend. I was stunned, didn't expect her to bring that up. Was there? Oh, that one. We broke up ages ago, not long after graduation. We went our separate ways. The atmosphere suddenly went silent. Oh, that's a bit of a shame then. I thought you two would be together forever, but breaking up is good too. That girl wasn't right for you anyway. If you're still single, then let me introduce you to someone, see what type you like. Her words left me half laughing, half crying. What time is it anyway? Her family just had a huge crisis. She runs to my place in the middle of the night, and the first thing is caring about my relationship status, even offering to set me up. I casually replied, someone like you would do. Fair skin, pretty face, long legs. Sophia Ning heard that, her face suddenly flushed red. She slightly lowered her head, tucked back a strand of hair by her ear, as if my joking words made her even more awkward, and also temporarily pulled her out of her extreme sorrow. The living room suddenly fell into a strange silence, only the ticking of the second hand on the wall clock. Sophia Ning cleared her throat, lightly breaking the silence. Ethan, are you really willing to help me? I nodded. I'll help you as much as I can. Great, I knew I wasn't wrong about you, Sophia Ning said emotionally. My parents' situation definitely has issues. It happened too suddenly. There must be some hidden story. They must have been framed by someone. I know the truth can hurt, but I said it straight. Ning, from what I know, if there wasn't solid evidence, they wouldn't force your parents into investigation. Maybe they really got into something. Sophia Ning's expression changed. Then what do we do? I don't know anything about their business. Am I just supposed to sit here worrying myself sick? Ning, calm down. I tried to reassure her. The court only said investigation assistance. It probably hasn't reached the worst yet. Tomorrow morning we can ask someone at the court to find out the specific situation. Only when we know the details can we find a solution. Sophia Ning took a deep breath, trying to steady her breathing. Yeah, then I'll follow your lead. Tomorrow we'll go ask someone, so I'll head back first. Yeah, Ning, you go ahead. It's late. Be safe on the way. Sophia Ning nodded, stood up to leave. Her emotions came and went quickly when she left. Her steps were much steadier. Just as I lay back down on the bed, the doorbell rang. Suddenly I twisted my neck and clumsily got up again, looking through the doorbell camera. Sophia Ning's figure appeared again. Damn, what's up with this woman tonight? Why's she back? I opened the door and asked, Ning, what's wrong? Ning's face showed clear embarrassment. Shilly speaking, Ethan. I just remembered the house is sealed. I can't go back home. I didn't react right away. Huh? So what are you planning? Sophia Ning blushed. It's too late tonight. I have nowhere else to go. Can I crash at your place for the night? Tomorrow I'll go to relatives' house. The more she spoke, the quieter she got, her head lowering more and more. I scratched my head for a moment, not knowing how to reply. That's when I realized the seriousness of the situation. Earlier she asked if anyone else was home, asked if I lived alone, asked if my girlfriend was here, so it was paving the way for this. This is really awkward, even as old friends. In the middle of the night like this, a guy and a girl alone in a room, it does make you think twice. Sophia Ning saw I wasn't responding. Her eyes immediately welled up. Ethan, not even for one night. Seeing she was about to cry, I quickly stepped aside to let her in, looking at Ning in tears before me, looking at the girl in front of me in tears, both helpless and disheveled. Any refusal right now would seem incredibly cruel. This room is small though, but the living room sofa can still work for sleeping. I sighed. What kind of relationship do we have anyway? How could I let you wander the streets? Tonight you take my bedroom, I'll sleep on the sofa. Really? But that would bother you too much. Cut the crap. Buddy, when you're in trouble, how could I not help? I waved my hand, pretending to be generous. Go wash up, I'll find you a clean towel, a new toothbrush. She sniffled, finally showing a relieved expression. Thanks, Ethan, really thanks. So I'll head to the bathroom first. I went into the bedroom, found a clean towel from the cabinet, and an unopened toothbrush, gave it to her. She took it and softly said thanks. The bathroom door closed. The light inside cast Sophia Ning's shadow on the frosted glass door. I sat on the sofa, could clearly see the undressing movements inside and the extremely hot body curves. The sound of rushing water started. A hazy feeling suddenly arose. I immediately looked away, feeling my face heat up a bit. Didn't I just tell her to wash her face? Why is she showering now? The pattering water sound made it impossible to focus. My mind turned into a mess, heart beating fast, her blood rushing to one spot. It really makes you itchy and uncomfortable. I felt like I was no different from a sleazy pervert right now, forcing myself to stare blankly at the dark T-screen. Wanted to sleep but tossed and turned. Couldn't, kept glancing at the glass door, then standing up to pace, drank several big glasses of water. Only then did my dry throat ease up. I knew this wasn't good, so I turned my back to the bathroom and looked out the window, letting the outside neon lights wash away my dark thoughts. The water stopped. Ning's voice suddenly rang out. Hey Ethan, got any clean pajamas? Her voice carried a hint of urgency. I was stunned, replied, I don't have new unworn clothes, just a t-shirt I've worn but washed clean. Is that okay? Worn. Warren is fine too. I went back to the room for a t-shirt, then went to the bathroom door. Our two shadows cast on the frosted glass. She must be covering herself with a towel right now. The bathroom door opened. A wave of hot steam mixed with faint body wash scent wafted out. I quickly handed the shirt through the crack. A moment later the bathroom door opened again. Safia Ning wearing the oversized shirt I just gave the him, just barely covering the thighs. Her fair, straight, slender legs, wet hair draped over her shoulders, drops sliding along her collarbone then disappearing into the neckline. Her face flushed from the heat, eyes avoiding direct contact with me. I am done showering. Her voice was even softer than before, with a slight tremble. Hard to notice my throat went dry. I stood up abruptly, the movement so quick it was a bit awkward. Yeah. So hurry to the bedroom. The sheets and pillows are all freshly changed. She nodded, hugged the clothes she'd changed out of, and quickly went to the bedroom, gently closed the door. Click. The soft lock sound rang out clearly in the quiet room. I flopped back on the sofa, pulled the blanket over me. The living room lights were off. Only the distant city neon cast a faint light through the window. My eyes gradually adjusted to the dark. The ceiling outlines vaguely appeared. The bedroom was dead silent. Not a sound. Has she fallen asleep? Or still crying? Or scared? Countless thoughts battled in my head, from the hazy silhouette on the bathroom glass door to her look in my t-shirt. The restlessness inside wouldn't settle. I tossed and turned. The sofa isn't comfortable at all, hard enough to hurt. No idea how long I struggled before, barely feeling sleepy in my daze, I seemed to hear a small noise. I woke up startled and saw Safia Ning right away. Instantly our eyes locked. Safia Ning out and screamed. Her body immediately lost balance. By inertia she fell right onto me, pressing directly on my face. The soft sensation on my face flashed and vanished like an electric shock. Safia Ning quickly got up. Sorry. I got startled. I rubbed my cheek curiously, asked, what are you doing up in the middle of the night instead of sleeping? Walking in without a sound, Safia Ning's face and the dim light blushed red like it was about to drip blood. She stood there, fumbling, finger twisting the deterred him, voice tiny like a massive buzz. I haven't dry. My hair was going out fine. The dryer saw you seeming to sleep, afraid to wake you, so didn't turn on the light. Don't you have a dryer at home? I got up and grabbed the dryer from the coffee table drawer. Safia Ning took the dryer, plugged it right into the socket by the sofa, started drying her hair. The whirring dryer sound echoed in the quiet midnight living room, left me speechless. Can't you dry it in the room? Or in the bathroom would work too. Curiously I turned to look at her. Safia Ning raised her hand, tilted her head, carefully drying in the oversized shirt. The absolute territory kept appearing and disappearing. I quickly turned away, leaned on the sofa, and pulled out my phone to distract myself. What's really up with this woman? Treating this like her own home, already not caring there's an opposite sex right next to her. The dryer sound stopped suddenly. The living room instantly went silent. You could even hear each other's slightly rapid breaths. Safia Ning put the dryer back in the drawer, plopped down next to me. The sofa sank a bit from her weight. A wave of body wash scent, fresh mixed with a feminine aroma, instantly enveloped me. My body stiffened. Suddenly fingers froze on the phone screen, not daring to move. Ethan. Perfect timing. Since you're not sleepy anymore, how about we chat a bit more? What do you mean I'm not sleepy anymore? Safia Ning is still her old self. 3 years of junior high. Every day she'd video call me on the computer, doing homework together, then chatting till late. Even with nothing to say, she'd insist on the video, then each doing our own thing, not caring about my privacy or time at all. But I never hated it, felt like that's how it should be. Still remember during entrance exams every night she'd video on, endlessly reminding me, telling me to test well. We have to get into the same high school, chatting late, while reminding over and over, in the end messing us both up. She got into no 12. I had to pay to scrape into no 16. After starting high school, her dad bought her the first iPhone while I had a crappy Xiaoling Tommy. Every day after dorm check she'd call me. That's at midnight. Mind you, I'd been sleepy for ages after all. That crappy phone had no entertainment, so we'd fall asleep right on the call. In the end, running out of credit. Back then weekly allowance was 200 yuan, so I couldn't bear to top up. I thought if Safia Ning couldn't reach me, she wouldn't disturb my sleep. Who knew? Right at midnight the phone buzzed on time, vibrating loudly. Notification of successful 100 yuan top up. Just like that. Ring it or shine. She covered my phone credit for 3 whole years. Even when phones got surprise checked and confiscated, I'd quickly get a new one, more like an old one on weekends. She'd bring an unused old phone from home, give me one. Throughout high school I had 12 phones confiscated, total average 2 per semester. At graduation, under classmates' shocked stares, I went up with a bag to claim that pile of phones. Safia Ning waved her hand in front of me, cutting off my reminiscing. Hey, what's up? What do you want to chat about with me? Safia Ning curled her legs, leaned toward me. Her eyes in the dim light seemed especially serious, with a hint of haziness. Ethan, what do you think about this situation? Can my parents get out? I pondered a moment, chose a relatively safe way to say it. That's hard to say, depends on the specifics. If it's just investigation assistance once cleared up, probably fine, but if it really involves huge sums with solid evidence, then it might be quite tricky. Her eyes dimmed, fingers unconsciously gripped the sofa edge. They never told me about their business. Talking about this now is useless. Wait till tomorrow to check the situation, then decide. Safia Ning sighed softly. Hope they're okay, but no matter what, they're still my parents. I'll find a way to help them, and hope you can stick by me to lend a hand. I saw the mist gathering in her eyes again, and that weakness trying to act strong. My heart softened unconsciously. Don't worry, Ning, I'll help you even if I don't have big skills running errands, coming up with ideas, or just listening to your rants. No problem. After hearing me, Sophia Ning seemed to finally unload her burden. Her tense shoulders relaxed slightly, then she pulled me into chatting about all sorts of trivia stuff she's run into these past years, stuff at home, listening till I got sleepy too. Felt like back in the old days. The door of memories opened once more, those all light calls back then. The silent companionship seemed like just yesterday. Early next morning I woke up startled with my arm numb. Fell asleep sometime last night. No idea when. But Sophia Ning was indeed curled in my arms and pillowing her head on my arm. Back turned to me, light through the curtain gap gilded her slightly messy hair with a soft glow. Her breathing stay sleeping soundly. It seemed that her color shifted in deep sleep, exposing a smooth white shoulder on her. She was sharing the same blanket with me. My heart jumped to my throat, pounding wildly, stiff in place, not daring to move a bit. What the hell is this? Did I really sleep with Sophia Ning? And shared a night too? Last memory from last night was her rambling stories, me forcing my eyes open to respond. Then nothing. When did she end up next to me? And took half the blanket too carefully. I tried to pull back, my numb arm just moved, and she unconsciously mumbled, instead burrowed deeper into my arms, her back almost fully pressed against my chest. The warm, soft body feel and clean post-shower scent instantly surrounded me. Blood whoosh rushed straight to my head. This compared to last night's frosted glass shadow was 100 times more deadly. Her hand suddenly groped backward, seeking the hard thing, poking her right as I was fully stiff, not knowing what to do. She suddenly shuddered, woke up abruptly. Almost at the same time she realized she was in my arms, pillowed on my arm. She exclaimed softly like a startled rabbit, jumping up frantically, got up, cheeks instantly flushed, fumbling to pull down the roll-up t-shirt. How did I end up sleeping here like this? Her eyes avoided, words jumbled. Sorry Ethan, probably chatting made me too sleepy, so I dozed off. I quickly sat up to move my completely numb arm awkwardly, not daring to look at her. We probably just accidentally fell asleep together. Sophia Ning bowed her head, fingers twisting the shirt hem, ears red like dripping blood. Yeah. Just accidentally slept together. Don't go blabbing about this, okay? I rubbed my numb arm awkwardly, cleared my throat. Don't worry, it was just an accident. I'm not dumb enough to blab about this. Sophia Ning looked at me, her expression suddenly serious. You absolutely can't go bragging about it. This is our secret. Absolutely no third person can know, or I'll bite you to death. I looked at her speechless. Hey Sophia Ning, I'm not crazy. Who has time to brag about this anyway? She glared at me. Don't guys love gathering with their bros, then bragging about sleeping with how many girls, hooking up with how many, and such? Her twisted logic left me half laughing, half crying. That depends on the person. Do I look like that type? Who knows? She huffed barefoot, ran into the bedroom. I'm changing. Waited till she changed and came out. The atmosphere still had a subtle awkwardness. We tacitly avoided mentioning the morning incident. After breakfast, I started flipping contacts, calling friends who might help. Sophia Ning quietly sat beside, hands holding a glass of water, eyes fixed on me. Each time I hung up, she'd look at me questioningly. After a series of calls, the feedback was similar. The matter is really serious, wide impact, not a small amount of money currently still in evidence collection phase. Specific details not convenient to reveal. Advice is to find a reliable lawyer first. I told Sophia Ning honestly what I learned. Her face paled a few shades more, fingers gripped the glass tightly. Lawyer. Right, me a lawyer. She seemed to grab a lifeline, but the lawyers I know now might. She paused, didn't continue, the meaning clear. With her family's current situation, past connections might not work anymore. Let me find one. I took a deep breath. I have a high school friend's cousin currently working at a law firm. Let me ask her. I dialed my buddy Victor Fang. After simple chit-chat, explained the situation. Victor Fang listened carefully, finally pondered. Ethan, this case sounds pretty complex. How about this? I have free time this afternoon. I'll take you two to the law firm, talk directly with my cousin, see the specifics, then know where to start. Okay, thanks a lot, Victor. I quickly thanked him. Set the afternoon meeting time. After hanging up, I told Sophia Ning, this afternoon we'll meet her. His cousin specializes in economic disputes and criminal defense. She'll definitely give us advice. Sophia Ning's eyes finally sparked some hope. She nodded hard. Yeah. Afternoon. We arrived on time at the law firm where Victor Fang's cousin works. The cousin, named Lisa Liu, was very professional. She thoroughly asked all details we knew. Lisa Liu noted till the end, then closed her notebook, serious expression. Miss Su, I've got the general picture from what's now your parents being taken for investigation. Assistant shows the police have some preliminary evidence. Now the most important is to quickly retain a lawyer to intervene. Apply to meet your parents to understand their situation inside as well as what evidence the police have. This is the most urgent and key step. Now about the retainer fee. Sophia Ning had some difficulty speaking. Lisa Liu smiled. Fees can be faced first or discussed after. Progress as Victor's friend, I'll help as much as I can. If you agree, I can prepare the retainer procedures now, then immediately submit the meeting application to the handling agency. Agreed. Sophia Ning nodded quickly, like grabbing a lifeline. After finishing retainer procedures, Lisa Liu got busy right away. Stepping out of the law firm, sky was starting to darken. 2 days later, we went back to Lisa Liu's office. Lisa Liu looked at Sophia Ning, then said to me, the amount in this case is quite large, involves over 10 million yuan and a dozen victims. However, the case still has a turning point. Don't worry too much. In a few days it'll probably be fine. Lisa Liu's words like a heart booster eased my mind a lot. Lawyer Liu, you mean Ning Ning's parents will be out soon? Pretty much, Lisa Liu casually replied right after she kept her professional calm demeanor. I mean, based on current understanding, the evidence chain isn't without flaws. There's still room for defense, but that doesn't mean it's over. Concluding fine now is too early, but as long as we respond actively we can strive for the best outcome. When stepping out of the law firm, Sophia Ning sighed in relief, turned to me. Ethan, thanks for always being by my side. Good news today, let me treat you to a meal. Sure. I nodded, but inside felt something off. But you're short on cash now, how about I pay? No. Sophia Ning, rarely so persistent, eyes flashing stubbornness. I said I'll treat, so I'll treat. Even with cards frozen, I still have some pocket change on my phone. One meal's no problem. She skillfully opened the app on her phone, started scrolling, then picked a fancy Western restaurant. Seems her idea of pocket change and mine aren't quite the same. The restaurant had an elegant ambience. Sophia Ning seemed very familiar here. She ordered like a pro. The food here's authentic. Even a random dish will surprise you. Looking at Sophia Ning's relaxed face, she seemed to have truly let go of worries. I randomly picked a few dishes. Seeing the prices made me wince. Inside, the soft table lighting reflected on Sophia Ning's face. She sipped small gulps of juice, but her eyes kept staring at me, making me feel a bit uneasy. Luckily, the waiter's arrival broke the silent atmosphere. The waiter placed a plate in front of me, then said, "Enjoy your meal." I looked at the plate, quickly called back the waiter about to leave. "Hey waiter, this plate's a bit wet, please switch it for another, thanks." The waiter was stunned a moment, then immediately said, "Sir, this is the soup you ordered." The atmosphere suddenly got super awkward. Sophia Ning covered her mouth, shoulders slightly shaking, finally couldn't hold it, puffed and burst out laughing. I looked at the clear soup, seeing right to the bottom, just dotted with a few herb leaves. Felt my cheeks heat up. "Hey, how long's it been since you ate Western food?" She finally stopped laughing, eyes curved into crescents. I awkwardly scratched my head. Normally I just order steak, not soup, so I thought this plate was a placeholder before the main and not washed clean either. Sophia Ning laughed while shaking her head, picked up the soup spoon, elegantly scooped one, demonstrating for me. "This is French clear soup, really tests the chef's skill. Try it, tastes very fresh." I mimicked her and tasted a sip. The flavor was indeed special, especially expensive. "How is it?" She looked at me expectantly. A very upscale taste." I gave what I thought was a fair comment. Ethan, back then with your ex-girlfriend eating Western, you never ordered soup either? Sophia Ning's question came suddenly with a hint of probing. Hard to notice. I slightly curled my lip, trying to make my tone seem casual. I never went eating with her. Ex-girlfriend? Where's there an ex-girlfriend? Back then it was all me bullshitting and making it up. Still remember right after high school graduation, Sophia Ning blew up at me for the first time just because I couldn't test into the same university as her. Not same school is one thing, couldn't even get into the same city. So mad she ignored me for over a month. That was the first time she blocked me on Wicked. At first I felt a bit free, but less than 3 days I couldn't take it. I started occasionally leaving messages on her. "You there? Eaten yet? I'm off to college. Today's military training was exhausting. Gonna rest early." Just like that. I sent for ages with no reply. "You think our friendship just ended like that?" That day I just sent one. "Today there's a freshman gala. I went on stage, played and sang The Secret. I can't tell myself. Guess what happened? After the performance I got confessed. The first time in my life someone confessed to me. Worth commemorating a bit. Message just sent." Sophia Ning instantly replied, "Biff, big deal. Someone like you getting confessed to? That girl must be blind." Wasn't gonna brag, but since you said that, let me tell you, right after college I got over a dozen guy confessing noob like you. Just one, and already bragging to me. "Hey, some girl likes you." You didn't agree out of excitement, right? Why aren't you saying anything? Did you agree? Ethan, you wouldn't settle like that, right? Say something. You don't dare reply to me. You really agree, didn't you? How could you? Just became a college student. College romances never last. You'll break up eventually. Looking at the screen flooded with replies, I was stunned. Thought no response today either. Who knew? Sophia Ning replied instantly and sent a barrage nonstop, probably tipping till the keyboard smoked. What kind of hand speed is this? Before I even finished tipping my reply in the box, Sophia Ning's phone blew up ringing. I took a deep breath and answered. From the speaker immediately came Sophia Ning's frantic voice. "Ethan, speak up. Did you really agree to that confession? How could you do that? College guys are all scammers. Scam body, heart, feelings. You'll cry too late. Then listen to my advice. Hurry and break up with that girl. Just say you agreed impulsively before, while just not deep feelings yet. Easy to break up, otherwise later you'll cry too late." Why aren't you saying anything? I wanna say too, but this woman fired off a machine gun rant. No chance to cut in at all. Finally saw a gap. I quickly said, "My dear Miss Sue, you gotta give me a chance to speak." He rattling on nonstop, my head spinning. How to reply? "Oh. Earlier I was just worried you'd get scammed after all. You're always spacey, so easy to fool. So bottom line, did you agree or not? Give a straight answer." On the other end, Sophia Ning held her breath, waiting like awaiting a death sentence. I deliberately paused a few seconds, then leisurely said, "Originally was gonna agree. But what but? What but? If no, then say no. Dragging it out so long for what? At least you still have some brain." Made me worrying my breath away. Idiot. She clearly sighed in relief, but tone still had to be fierce after saying that. Safia Ning hummed right away, left me totally confused what was going on. From then on, contact between me and Safia Ning resumed even more frequent than before, making my 2 power banks not enough. Ears wearing headphones all day. The reminiscing was cut off by Safia Ning again. She curiously looked at me, eyes full of eagerness for the truth. What did you say earlier? I didn't hear clearly. I blanked for 2 seconds. Proud, I said. Really? Never took your ex-girlfriend out for Western food? Yeah, I nodded. That's good then. What? Nothing. Safia Ning smiled. She gently poked at the salad plate with her fork. Her gaze drifted absently elsewhere. Her tone suddenly lightened up considerably. Her disjointed words left me dazed. The dishes were served one after another. We ate, while chatting about this, and that, mostly her talking, recalling some fun stories from our school days, occasionally asking about my recent life. She seemed to deliberately avoid her family's current troubles as well as the awkward moments from last night and this morning at checkout. She really used her phone to pay. The amount made me secretly gasp in surprise, but she didn't even bat an eyebrow. Stepping out of the restaurant, the night breeze was slightly chilly. Where to next? I asked. Safia Ning stood by the roadside. The vibrant neon lights reflected in her eyes. She was silent for a few seconds, her voice trailing off softly. I still have nowhere to go. Relative's house actually. I don't really want to go there, afraid of bothering them, also afraid of living under their judgmental stares. She turned back, her eyes carrying a pleading look mixed with a bit of shyness. Ethan. I immediately understood what she meant, seeing her eyes starting to redden again. I sighed inwardly. Clearly during dinner she acted like nothing was wrong, but in a flash, she revealed her true form right away. This emotional switch is way too fast. Alright. Stop talking, I interrupted her. If you want to stay, just stay. The bedroom's still yours. But just a heads up, only for a few days, okay? Yeah. She immediately stopped crying and smiled. On the way back, Safia Ning bought a new set of pajamas and personal items along with a bath towel. Back at the apartment, that subtle cohabiting atmosphere returned again. As soon as we got home, she automatically hugged her stuff and darted into the bathroom. This time I was wiser, sat straight on the sofa and turned on the tea, cranked the volume loud to drown out the water sound. No idea how much time passed. The water stopped. She was still wearing that oversized t-shirt of mine and stepped out. She saw through the question in my eyes. The new stuff I bought tonight, just washed. Wearable tomorrow. Let me borrow yours a bit longer, okay? Tomorrow after washing I'll return it. I nodded and watched her casually step forward, bent down to grab the hairdryer. The sight before me instantly made my blood surge. The t-shirt was already baggy. Her bending pose right now from my ankle, it was like seeing everything crystal clear. The 2 round orbs inside with no restraints at all, tightly captivating my gaze. I forcefully turned my head away, felt my cheeks burning hot, heart pounding out of control. She grabbed the dryer and stood up straight, seeming completely unaware of my oddness. She skillfully plugged it and stood right in the living room, blowing her hair. Wearing that shirt, swayed lightly with each move, exposing a stretch of fair thigh. Last night's ambiguity and this morning's awkward memory flooded back again, even clearer and more restless than any time before. The hairdryer sound stopped. She unplugged and put it back in the drawer, then very naturally sat down on the sofa next to me. Again the sofa sank slightly again. Her body heat and scent instantly invaded the air around me. She very naturally started watching the entertainment show on TV with me, then laughed uproariously like flowers in the wind. I regretted it. Safia Ning clearly still has money. Why didn't I think to tell her to stay at a hotel? Luckily tonight she went back to the bedroom in the late night. I dreamed of a day in my second year of college. From the headphones came Safia Ning's roommate's voice. Ning's chatting with her boyfriend again, who Safia Ning laughed and replied. Yeah, my heart suddenly tightened, felt like I just lost something. Looking at the pile of major assignments before me, suddenly couldn't absorb a single word. I forced a smile, adjusted my mood, then said into the mic, Ning, when did you get a boyfriend? You never told me anything. Guess. She ignored my question. I had to tease. Looks like feelings have faded, daring to sneak around behind my back, dating who, senior or junior? Could it be a high school classmate? Probably not high school. So who then? My mouth said light words, but inside I was actually in turmoil. Back then I basically didn't understand what this feeling was. From the headphones came Safia Ning's leisurely voice. No way, I'm telling you yet. Wait for the right time. I'll find a really formal moment to tell you. You'll know then, plus you'll realize you know this person too. That night I had insomnia for the first time. That phrase, someone you know too, like a small thorn stuck in my heart for so many years. Next day I couldn't hold back. Contacted an old junior high friend, Emma Lynn. She went to the same school as Safia Ning, and they're good sisters. I asked roundabout for ages. She finally said, heard from Ning's roommate in high school. Ning often stared at her phone, giggling, plus every night contacting a guy. Heard that guy's voice is really nice. Don't know anything else. Aren't you Ning's good sister? Why didn't she tell you anything? Even keeping secrets from you? Emma Lynn heard and gritted her teeth angrily. That damn girl, no matter how I pressed she wouldn't say, and calls us good sisters. She just told me I know that guy too, but if she tells me it's like the whole world knows. Even so back then she said not successful yet, wait till officially dating then she'll tell. After talking I fell silent, didn't expect Sufyaning to be this type, really two-faced. On one hand using phone to flirt with the guy she likes, on the other every day dragging me out to call. She didn't miss a single phone function. Even so, as childhood friends I should still wish her happiness. Not long after Sufyaning's voice call rang again, I couldn't hold back and asked, "Hey Anang, calling me so early? Your boyfriend not jealous?" How the f***? Jealous of what? Aren't I talking to him right now? Typical woman. From then on I frantically searched every tiniest clue about that man. I rummaged through her friend's circle and space, didn't miss a single comment, but in the end found nothing. Every time I asked her she just smiled without saying. Said I'd know soon. She said on May 1 holiday she'd come to my school to tell me face to face who it is. Made me so mad I had insomnia all night, really too much, daring to come flaunt lovey-dovey in front of me. No idea why my heart suddenly itched that night. I recalled the night before college entrance exam. She came to find me, chatted with me for ages, full of longing for college future. She hoped we could get into the same school so in college we could still be such really good friends before parting. She looked up deep into my eyes. She said, if okay, when legal marriage age and you haven't married, I haven't either. Families on both sides urging too much. How about we just team up, register marriage and live together for life? I laughed and said, sure, we happen to be this close. If single forever it'd be pitiful, better to be together gang. By turns out back then she prepared two plans. If can't be with that man then she'd make me her backup. Really too cunning, so I decided to tease her to get revenge hard. I told her I have a girlfriend. The day those words came out I felt myself suddenly taller. Finally got to hold my head high. On the other end, silent for ages, finally just said, congrats, then found some excuse to hang up. My heart suddenly felt empty and lost, felt like really about to lose something important. She then 3 days no initiative contact. When I sought her she said busy studying, plus said her boyfriend's unhappy too, told her to interact less with me. Just like that, our contact became intermittent. I got blocked by her over and over. On May when she didn't show, I either didn't bring boyfriend to flaunt to me at all. I seemed to have really lost something extremely precious. After that, I gradually became dazed. Soul wandering, roommates dragged me out drinking. That's when I knew. Turns out I'd lost and love guys mature later than girls with feelings always hazy plus playful. So many hobbies, basically understand nothing about love. I sent message after message to Ning Ning, replying to me forever just bright red exclamation. Probably her and boyfriend super lovey-dovey. After all, from high school till now they struggled to finally be together. I have flipped through over and over those old chat histories, viewed over and over the album photos of activities we did together, viewed over and over again comments she left in my space. Feelings inside couldn't be held back, surging, felt like something gradually slipping away. I groped in the dark wanting to grab something, seemed to grab a soft feel. Not quite right. I suddenly wanted to open my eyes wide, mind still a bit foggy. Right hand couldn't help moving a bit, really very soft and half awake state. Felt like the sofa seemed to have an extra person, a warm body leaning close against me, air brushing my neck, carrying clean post-shower fragrance. But each time I startled awake beside me, no one at all, just the cold living room air. Finally I was woken by a soft hum. I felt the sky about to collapse. Sufyaning was sleeping in my arms again. I was lying on my side hugging her, plus the soft feel at my hand wasn't illusion but real, feels down to every centimeter, really ghostly. This time it basically wasn't Sufyaning on the sofa, but how did I end up on the bed like this? I carefully sneaked out of bed, luckily this time arm not pressed hard and chest pounding wildly like breaking ribs. Why am I here? My memory cut off from last night on living room sofa. I swear I absolutely slept on the sofa. I held my breath, inched bit by bit out of the bedroom, finally flop on sofa, mind messy like watery porridge, didn't dare think deeper, sky just dawning. I sat on sofa pretending still sound asleep, but inside anxious. No idea how long passed. Bedroom door creaked open. Sufyaning tiptoed out, seeing me sound asleep on sofa. She clearly froze a moment. She quietly retreated to bedroom, closed the door. That's when I dared wake up, intentionally made some noise. A bit later she came out again, already changed clothes, face still with lazy sleepy look and a bit unnatural. Morning Ethan, morning. I rubbed eyes pretending just woke, sleep well. Okay. Her eyes avoided, ears slightly red. You used to sofa sleeping? Same as usual. Fine. I tried to make my tone sound normal. We both tacitly kept surface calm, but that subtle awkwardness like a fog layer covering the air at the end seemed. I heard someone send her a voice message. No way. Could that guy not be up to it? A while later Lisalu's call came. Ethan, things have turned around. Sufyaning's parents can come home today. Hearing this news inside I was overjoyed, hurriedly yelled to Sufyaning, eating breakfast. Ning Ning. Good news, lawyer Liu said your aunt and uncle can come home today. Sufyaning blanked a moment, then the spoon in her hand clattered into the bowl right after. Her face showed an exaggerated joyful smile. My face darkened, felt something off here. Now I think I get it. Sufyaning, your acting skills are really too bad to be safe. I contacted a college by far in another province. I took Sufyaning's dad's info, composed into message, sent over as expected. Everything clarified in the system, basically no case involvement info for Mr. Su. Mr. and Mrs. Su basically still healthy, normal. They appeared yesterday on an official account snippet. Chairman of some trade association. Mr. Thumasu attended the ceremony commemorating 10 years establishment of a brother trade association. I looked at my buddy's reply message on phone screen, glanced at the social news photo, the beaming couple shaking hands with others, assertive anger from being toyed with mixed with with ridiculous feel rushed straight to my head, but I didn't explode right away. I took a deep breath, forced myself to calm down. I wanted to see this long unseen childhood sweetheart spent so much effort setting up this big scheme, even cursing her own family, bankrupt parents, arrested, acting a late night seeking shelter, play lone man, why sharing bed like this. What exactly does she want? I put away the phone, forced a smile on face, tried faking awkward surprise just like her earlier, walked toward the dining area. Great. Lawyer Liu's really skilled, handled so quick. I tried acting excited, saying, so aren't you going home soon? Safia Ming was holding her phone, fingers scrolling fast, seeming to reply. Someone hearing me. She immediately put down the phone, face flashed a hard, do notice panic, but very soon after replaced by after hardship type joy. Yeah, right, great. She nodded, eyes a bit avoiding again. Lawyer Liu earlier on phone also said though people temporarily fine, but after still some procedures and papers to handle. Maybe still need 1 or 2 more days to fully handle home temporarily, still can't live yet. The more she spoke, the quieter, fingers unconsciously twisting shirt hem expression like I don't want this either, but really no choice, looking extremely pitiful inside. A cold laugh, because earlier Liza Liu on phone basically didn't say the latter part of. Then what's this? I pushed the phone, showing the news snippet over, finger poked straight at her dad's beaming smile on screen. Safia Ning's face alternated, red white eyes darting everywhere, basically not daring eye contact with me. After a bit, Safia Ning directly crossed arms with stubborn face, lifted head, looking at me boldly said, yeah, just like what you think, all made up by me. Seeing her so what attitude, a surge of anger rushed straight to my head top, but mostly a ridiculous feel, half laugh, half cry. Safia Ning. My voice raised 8 tones, your head got door clamped, huh? Stuff like this can be joked about. Do you know these 2 days my words suddenly choked midway. These 2 days, how was I? Worried for her, sought help, sheltered her, even a bit, soul hanging upside down just thinking all this, built on her clumsy lies. I felt I am truly a big idiot, head to toe. Do I know how you were? Safia Ning instead puffed chest high, though cheeks still flushed, but momentum not yielding. You sleep like dead pig, already straight as steel guy. I think you're steel dead pig, more like, hell. I blinked out. What does this have to do with me sleeping like dead pig? What we're talking is you lying family, bankrupt, lying parents, arrested. Be serious a bit. I'm very serious here. She glared at me, eyes suddenly rimmed but tone still super fierce. You really are a block of wood. Her sudden tears and criticism made me even more confused, anger choked in throat. Neither up nor down, no. How am I wood now? You lied to me, and you're right, huh? I am right, I've been like this, and you still don't see. If not for this lady rarely liking you, who has time to act this play with you? If your brain was a bit flexible, our kid would already know to buy fish sauce. Looking at her rimmed eyes and those bold words, just uttered, I completely froze in place like me. Brain seemed hinged, kept repeating these words, details I once ignored, that ambiguous atmosphere, those late-night incidents instantly strung into a straight line. Safia Ning saw my statue, like dazed, mad enough to stomp loudly. Tears finally couldn't hold falling, but still stubbornly wiped hard with hand back. Or else what? You think I stay up midnight round here, act sob story fun, huh? My parents, almost angered to death by me, said I'm free goods. No one wants, if not knowing you're still single now, who cares to act this stunt? I opened mouth but couldn't utter a word, picked up water glass to drink, calmed down, but trembling hand spilled water everywhere, not even a sip into mouth, hardened chest pounding, medley banging hard on rib cage, making thumping sounds like wanting to shatter. Turns out past deductions weren't illusions. Emma Lynn said in high school you liked a guy, your roommates also said every day you chatted with that dude, even stared at phone giggling too. Idiot. Of course that's you. Every day I sought you to chat, maybe because I'm too idle, huh? Only woodhead like you never gets it, Safia Ning said, then smugly crossed legs. Sophomore year you said of boyfriend, idiot. Of course still you roommates saw I chatted with you dawn to dusk every day. Naturally they saw you as my boyfriend, I casually admitted to. After all, I felt timing right, plan to May 1 go fine, you confess. Wouldn't it be easy? Who knew, dummy? You even congratulated me. Congrats your head, I said I'd meet you and tell straight, let you know who my boyfriend really is. Result what? He bastard dared tell me first you have girlfriend. Mad and I almost smashed the phone. The more she spoke the more aggrieved, cried soundlessly, tears like broken bead strings falling profusely. This huge info amount shocking my cognition that mysterious boyfriend was fake. That time in college she actually planned to confess, but I, for that ridiculous revenge, pride with the lie of having girlfriend, to completely miss her heart like squeezed by someone. Both itching and hurting, I stepped forward, fumbled, wanting to wipe her tears, voice trembling too. Ning, I didn't know. I thought back then you really had secret admire me, saying you have girlfriend that day was lying to you too. Back then I just mad, couldn't take it. Safia Ning looked up, tear streaked face, glared at me. Lied to me, huh? Ethan, you're good, you bastard dared lie to me. You're a turtle. Do you know how long it heartbroken? Just thinking you kissed that girlfriend I hated, wanting rush over deal with her. Now you dare say to me you lied. Seeing her mad, trembling all over, tears flooding like damn, break my heart, filled with endless regret and sorrow. Sorry Ning, you're right, I'm truly an idiot. I spoke, jumbled, raised hand to hug her, but got pushed away. She forcefully swatted my hand, cried even harder. Sorry, useful what? Do you know after how many times I blocked you? Each time anger cooled, couldn't help at back see you post bland moment, see you single forever, so I guess. Guest idea sparked again, I'm truly useless, I'm not single, I frantic yelled, seeing her face pale instantly. I hurriedly roared the rest. It's because I've always waited for you. I thought you and boyfriend still super lovey, so I didn't dare bother you anymore. Sophie's cries suddenly stopped, red swollen eyes wide staring at me. What did you say? Always waiting for me. Things said to this point, if still high, then I'm truly world's #1 big idiot. I took deep breath, gripped her shoulders tight, forced her to look in my eyes, voice hoarse from tension. I said, back in college I realized I fucking like you to madness, so hearing you have boyfriend I was that upset, so made up that stupid reason to piss you off later. See, you never care. Even block me. I thought you really happy, so didn't dare seek you. I yelled in one go, heart beating fast like jumping out chest in living room. Only our rapid breaths left tear streaks on Sophia's face, not dry yet, but expression completely dazed. She just stared at me like that, as if digesting this bomb delayed for years. After a few seconds her lips slightly moved, voice small, almost inaudible. Really? I nodded. 100% real. All your fault. All yours, Ethan. You're truly big idiot. Why didn't you try bother me a bit more? I unblocked you ages ago. Bother one more time, you'd die hell. Truly world's #1 big idiot. We wasted so many years for nothing. My sweet school romance all gone. The plan from uniform to wedding dress all ruined by you. Sophia, excited to breathless, used small fists pounding, thump thump on my chest, pounding like this, not hurt at all. I forcefully pulled her tight into hug, hated, can her into my bones. Then why didn't you tell me? Unblocked, then notifying me would do. Why should I notify you? What if you and that nominal girlfriend were lovey, though they wouldn't self-humiliate then? Sophia, aggrieved, mumbled. She slightly trembled in my arms, then arms hugged tight my waist in return, buried face deep in my chest just like that. We sat reconciling accounts whole morning, even contacted old classmates for proof. Now I know how many misunderstandings there were, and I also realize, with my looks definitely top 3 school hunks, why no single girl confessed. Turns out, roommates spread. I called Ning every night, everywhere. Back then whole school assumed I'd taken. We hugged like that, no idea how long, like wanting compensate all missed time, until her belly suddenly untimely gurgled. The ambiguous teary atmosphere instantly broken. Sophia blushed, lifted head from my arms, lashes still with tear beads but mouth corners curved up. I'm hungry. What do you want? Let me make it. I lightly flicked her nose, heart melted soft like water. I want interest first. Saying that, she gave me no reaction time, tilted head, lightly kissed my lips, but just 1 second later she then softened, closed eyes tight, started kissing me clumsily. This kiss delayed way too long. Ages later I reluctantly released her cheeks flushed red, breath a bit rapid, leaned on my chest, fingers unconsciously grabbed my shirt hem. This is just the interest. Her voice small like Masuda buzz with a bit mischievous and shy. Then where's the principal? I curiously couldn't help ask. Sophia's ears reddened instantly, eyes avoiding but still forced, chin up, putting on bold front. Principal, huh? Depends on your performance. Hurry cook, I'm starving. She pushed me away, steps a bit unsteady, ran toward kitchen, mouth still muttering, let me see what's edible in your fridge. I watched her back. Couldn't help chuckle softly. We skipped dating phase, directly stepped into marriage hall. Wedding day. Sunshine unimaginably beautiful, like gathering all past missed days again. One then poured all down to earth. The best friends, each in sharp suits, hairstyled, looking adult, each full of grandeur, each thinking without them me and Ning couldn't be together. They are the great heroes. Watching these two siblings flirt for years finally reached the final. Really not easy. Someone suddenly psych, really envious childhood sweethearts, talented guy, beautiful girl, truly just like idol drama. At this Emma Lynn also spoke up. Lisa Liu also smiled, handing gift in usual professional polite look, mixed rare gentleness. Congrats, you two. Looks like my initial judgment, the case's turning point, still extremely accurate. He winked at me meaningfully. Me and Sophia and Ning looked at each other, smiling, tacit understanding that evening. Entering bridal chamber, both me and Ning super nervous. Hey, don't interfere, I softly exclaimed, surprised. Tried to stop her grip. Ning's small feet tight. This is reward for you. Ning stood on bed on tiptoes, bent down, looking at me, saying. I looked at her fair slender ankle and eyes full of mischievous smile, heart like brushed by a feather, and uncontrollable heat spread whole body. This reward's a bit special, wifey. Ning's cheeks flushed under warm bedside lamp, eyes sparkling with bridal night typical shyness and boldness. She tried maintain that high rewarding pose, but trembling voice betrayed her. Of course, I asked netizens, they said you'd like, so let you try, count as extra reward for you finally getting it. Wait till final step. Ning softly cried out, limbs fumbling but still gritted teeth advanced. She wanted hold initiative, absolutely not yielding a bit, just like a noble queen. I looked at her, that clumsy yet trying keep up her hand look made my heart melt soft. She slightly frowned, breath became rapid but still forced. You don't move, she ordered, but voice carried tremble. She tried self-control pace but clearly overestimated her stamina and underestimated some things. Difficulty not long, she tired, collapsed prone, softly whined, why so tiring? Amid her pants I directly surf flips, things firmly grasped initiative. I taught her all lifetime accumulations, married life more chaotic than imagined yet sweet to cloying. Ning completely goddess disguise revealed, somewhat stubborn nature for bones bit spoiled, and zero practical life skills, each cooking failure. She always burrowed into my arms whining clearly. I followed recipe exactly, recipe wrong. I deadpan blamed the book quick definitely recipe printed wrong said then she bounced away each time watching movie on sofa can't watch slightly adult scenes sure enough whenever kiss scene she'd pout demanding kiss so one movie month still not finished days passed sweet like honey feel this lifetime not enough to fill past regrets Ning Ning asked if next life would you find me right from first meeting. I said yes, then confess right away she said, you silly back then we not known each other yet you confess blunt like that scare me to death. But you must stay by me then wait till timing right confess immediately not let me initiate again okay side story. Sophia Ning's pav on phone screen reflected my face both tense and excited to chat top as the name I set special attention but for 3 whole years dared not send one message Ethan. My finger hovered over send heart beating fast like jumping out chest just 3 words asleep yet. I deleted rewrote prepared mentally whole hour minutes and success notification beard eye forcefully buried face and billow felt cheek hot like in fried dead Ethan. You, true universe number 1 big idiot me, the Sophia Ning. Lifetime I encourage probably all on used on how to trick you my home of course no bankruptcy my parents still healthy happy at home yesterday dead even because I again. Refused blind date with his friend son angered to blowing beer glaring said in my heart directly hutting what but the high sky. Mom even more worried secretly asked. Ning tell mom truth you don't like boys anymore huh? I half laugh half cry. I do why not I like that big idiot always spacey since junior high like that idiot guy in high school forced by me to buy me gifts no matter what I often gifted him like that yet he didn't know to give back to girls really idiot to death harmed me each time can't use hints had to directly drag him stroll gift shops picked on make him pay even just small toys few yuan, doesn't yuan, but I still displayed full glass cap on it after all that's the only gifts he ever gave girls I like that person every night using that deadly nice voice to stay up chatting with me, but as a Dan would block refusing to get it then what about and he dare after I gave such clear hints dared tell me he his girlfriend God knows back then I smashed how many things cried how long blocking him 100 times still not vented but each time anger cooled couldn't help pull him out of blacklist like a stalker I scrolled all his social media activities see him post bland game screenshots see him back with bro see him seeming always alone the thought cold heart started sparking again best friend scolded me useless she said, Sophia Ning, can you have some dignity? All men in world dead huh? You insist only him yes. I asked myself countless times but answer each time really embarrassing. Yen must be him anyone else no so I decided bet one more time bet if this idiot's heart still has me bet if my long planned play can trick him into my hands if he devotedly helps me then I'll use touched moment to repay with body this not too much right. When saw him reply, not yet. What's up buddy I almost crushed the phone. Buddy who wants to be buddies with you. I deep breathed tried make voice carry sodding hitches then called acting I'm super serious hearing his clearly tense voice on phone one side I pinched my thigh to keep prize other side inside secretly thrilled nose to worry a moment he gave home address my palm sweaty success failure right here standing before his door before knocking I last checked my stay hair messed a bit eyes red bimmed from earlier real hard crying black dress accentuating fair skin legs seeming longer. Yes stayed very good this lady prettiest door opened, he same as before seeming taller bit. Thinner bit youthful naivety on face faded replaced by more masculine lines the stun in his eyes I saw clearly inner villain smogly danced happy dance but surface still maintained family ruined. Desolate helpless look I deliberately asked about his girlfriend when heard he always single my heart almost stopped a second lucky, this idiot really still single but I still had to hold, can't show smile had to force steer to introducing lover to him. When he said, type like you would do I felt face heat rising fiercely this would finally said a human word I must stay here only enough alone time can create accidents when showering. I deliberately stood real close to glass door let steam fog the glass most hazy. Thump this lady risk this much don't believe can't mesmerize you to death looking at his back sitting on sofa not even daring fidget inside I both amused and sweet truly a gentleman just seeming a bit too gentleman this lady like this yet he can stay unmoved mad to death, drying hair deliberately in living room don't believe no reaction result he dared turn play phone. Ethan could you be bent huh? Rather you sneak peek me once to prove you still like women. Chatting till late my eyelids started fighting from sleepiness saw he seemed sound asleep. I sneaked closer the sofa not spacious I accidentally squeezed next to him again accidentally took a blanket corner and finally extremely accidentally pillowed head on his arm his warm breath lightly on my head top heartbeat through thin shirt both fast and strong made me almost insomnia too luckily too tired finally I still sank into sleep early morning woke seeing his horrified awkward face inside I laughed madly but the spot of his a bit big huh? Oh no Sophia Ning what the hell you thinking it quickly dumped the dark trash and head pretend panic shy. Yeah must maintain this ambiguity lawyer Lee actually actor I asked beforehand I must make this play of good reasonable turning point to rightfully continue mooch at his home even treated him that neck cutting expensive western meal really want thank him seeing him look at soup plate say this plate bit what I really couldn't hold laugh this honest idiot why still so cute huh? When he pulled out phone exposed my dad basically no issue my mind boom. Done for expose. That moment, shame awkward, fear, All emotions surged at once. I fear he see me scheming so deep would think me schemer manipulative would hate me. So I had to follow through poured all grievances, unwillingness and regrets missed over years screaming out scolded him idiot scolded him would wiped all tears not clean on him when I yelled if not for this lay you rarely liking you I prepared mentally for being pushed away or ridiculed yet he said he's waiting for me he said he likes me liked since college who truly don't must I block messages for you to get it. This nerve reflex speed too slow how he said that girlfriend was lying to me happiness feel huge to unreal made me dizzy tears fell even harder. But this time sweet tears this idiot exactly how much time we wasted huh? Wedding day. Sunshine extremely beautiful I wore most gorgeous wedding dress walked toward the man in suit looking quite handsome but still bit dazed that's you ring exchange moment your hand trembled even more than mine the gossip loving best friends below still shouting hard but in my eyes only you the man I longed whole you finally completely mine wedding night I planned maintain my mature imperial sister image hold initiative at hand after all this relationship was me using some tricks to snag gotta have some aura pity strength not allow much when exhausted collapsed in your arms I grumbled think forget it these stamina brain tasks hand to him after all day still on this man I schemed long to get finally became my life partner to end of days though process bit bumpy bit silly but ending sweet just right Ethan, rest of life please guide more of course if you dare anger me again I'll bankrupt one more time for you to see.